Howdy, folks. Jim Pones. Jim Pones is on a 5-stream streak. We'll finish out the rest of Jerome Tell's supremacy here. How's it going? How is it? So, we have the old Commodore back in the desk, and I wanted to try something for a while that I've had not dabbled with yet. And this wireless gamepad is like compatible with certain programs that have secondary button functions. I wanted to try SNK versus Capcom. Try it with this. So it's plugged in, and that was it for Jerome Tell. Other than that, I don't know what the heck I got going on today. So, it was weird. I downloaded, there's a new version of it. There's a new version of it that came out pretty recently. Let me see if I can find it. It was on the Lemon site. That Lemon place, you know, called Stronger Edition. But it looks like you can't run it. It says actually only a modded version of the Vice emulator can run this game. So it's too large to run on just about anything else. So I do have an improved version, update number 2, but I have not got to try this Stronger Edition. And then from there, we'll just dabble with some old games. I'm kind of looking at years in on Lemon and looking at like years by top 10. And I don't know what I'm going to end up with. I got to try something different today, you know? Schnikes. I don't know what it is right at the moment. It'll come to me later, maybe. So let's switch off this guy's mug, and we'll put him up in the corner. Put baby in the corner. And we'll connect our controller. So you're going to hear lots. For some reason, it's really stinking noisy outside tonight. I've got both windows open because it's, cool outside. But there's been some kids down the street screaming at the top of their lungs, and it's driving me insane. All right. That there place, and then stream folders, and then SVC A64. It's got some new improved graphics. I don't know if I like the music better, but whatever. Just water tonight. Oh, I just did yell at the kids before I started streaming. Like, stop screaming! My kids know they would die if they scream like that. So all we gotta do is go to joy mode, put it on 2-button mode, and then turn it on easy, because this game is not easy at all. What's up, George? Oh yeah, I have not done my due diligence. And okay, and I didn't mention that Discord chat is open. All right. So even when you go into 2-button mode, it does give you 2 buttons to explain what you're doing. It's a good game. Very ambitious. I don't know if that's better music. Zangief Arena. That's pretty cool. I'm the Red Cyclone. Oh, that was weird. Oh, weird. He doesn't play exactly like Ryu does. I've found that like fireballs on this game just get jumped all the time. Yes, both buttons are working. So, see? Every time I've thrown... Oh, gosh. This is ridiculous. Get my butt kicked by Zangief. Oh, God. So, top button, kick. Bottom button, this one here, punch. Oh, gosh. Doesn't seem to have much of an answer for my windmill kick. Ugh. Let me know if the music's too quiet or too loud. I feel it was too loud in my ears.
I don't think I can hear it all in stream.
Okay, hang on. I will beat up on the rest of Zangief here. Goodbye, Zangief. The music is a bit louder than my voice. Interesting. Alright.
I can hear it a little bit now.
I did just turn it down, though. But then again, it's different on every system. Seems like when I use the Retro Scaler 2X, there's just nothing. I just can't get it loud enough.
Gotcha. That can happen too.
Yeah, it's gonna be too. Your voice is going to be loud. Just give me a second on that too.
Okay.
Usually that's what happens. People get in the Discord chat and my Discord volume tends to return back to, holy crap, this guy's kicking my butt.
Normally it's pretty good, but I am on my headset right now.
Yeah, I usually kill a bunch of the volume. Oh gosh, just got my butt kicked. Like I kill the master volume on Discord because it just ends up being too much. Give me a check.
Is this any better?
Keep going.
All right, how about now? Need a little bit more.
I think that'll do. Do. Everybody's going to have to kind of... Who's on Discord? Discord is George, a.k.a. a drummer, a 7.
Yep.
George is a local guy here in Michigan. Member of the illustrious Southeast Michigan Vintage Computer Club. Illustrious.
It's very cool. If you're in town, come check us out.
Definitely.
Not this Saturday, but the Saturday after next.
This Saturday? 5th. Yes. Did I say this Saturday? No, I did not.
I don't know.
No, I did not. This guy kicked my butt.
Well, some people, if you say next Saturday, will think the next one coming up versus this or next.
Yeah.
So.
I see that.
There's probably an ISO standard that we don't know about for that.
Yeah, probably not. Probably. How long did it take me to drive to Schaumburg? 3 hours? 3 hours? Yeah, 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Seems like a couple hours too quick. You must have got left before traffic.
I'd have to double check.
Because I think I looked it up, and I think kind of this area, it's like 5.5 hours.
It's 5.5 hours. I don't remember. It was such a blur, and that was like also 3 months ago.
So it feels like, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't go to VCF Midwest.
Oh, that's right. You didn't go.
Yeah. And I was gonna go to Tandy Assembly this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And however, Tandy Assembly takes place in the stable environment of Springfield, Ohio,
Mm-hmm.
where everybody's kind of gone nuts for politics and crazy stuff, and I just was not interested in taking my family to that. Ah, that was weird. Oh, it's kicking my butt. Yeah, this isn't any easier, that's for sure. All right, Google will tell me. Schaumburg. Schaumburg, Illinois. There you go. Yeah, it was 5 hours. 4 hours and 46 minutes.
Oh, that's lucky. That's this time of day.
Yes. It was interesting. When we went there, my brother was the one that kind of led the caravan. And he was under the impression that he was going to take us through the downtown area and try and convince us that coming to Chicago was like a type of thing that I might be into. There's a bunch of places in Chicago I would love to go to. I'm just not a big fan of like congested areas. Maybe it's the claustrophobia in me. Come see, what is Chirac? I don't know what that is. But he just wanted to show us around. And that weekend was the NASCAR race that they did through the city center. And we went from having like 45 minutes left in our drive when we got to the spot where we passed where we would have normally went to Schaumburg. And our time went from 45 minutes to 3 hours and 30 minutes. Because we like had passed the point of no return. Chirac. Oh, it's what they call Chicago. A Chicago-like Chirac. It's what they call Chicago, like a play on Iraq. Oh, so you were saying like right now how Springfield is like, right now a fifth of its population is people from Haiti. Oh, this is awful. Ugh. Can't go backwards. I got the high score, and I beat one guy. That was the one thing I didn't like. The early versions of this game. I don't know if you've played the conversion. The early versions of the game were much more approachable, and then they just got like crazy difficult when the official release came out. Brazil. fighting a Chinese woman or Japanese woman in Brazil. Interesting. Whee!
Yeah, that was a very interesting game, Street Fighter, because it really brought people some culture.
Sure.
Unironically.
Yeah.
It was a weird time, 1992, 93.
Holy crap, her just special move just absolutely smoked me. Oh. Petzel is now here. Commence the fun. I am getting rocked here, dude. Rocked. Man. Or Petzel's here, everyone be quiet. Yeah, that works too.
We're just intently listening.
I'm trying to think as I'm playing. This is definitely not a thinking man's game.
No, just mash buttons, hope you win.
Yeah. Definitely mashing buttons on this one.
I don't know, when I first got Super Street Fighter, I looked at the manual, and I was like, yeah, no, not interested.
Really?
Special moves and stuff. Oh yeah.
That was the thing that drew me to. That was concerning.
Nah, for me, the more complex the controls, the more I know about.
Well, you play a bunch of complicated first-person shooters, right?
Yeah, but do you know how many keys I actually use? I don't.
3.
Yeah, I don't use like. I barely remember to turn on the FLIR or the night vision of Mech Warrior. Actually, I do miss the keyboard overlays though.
Those were cool. I have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I do flight simulator stuff too, and if I take too long of time to play between games, I have a printout of the reference on a 11x17 sheet of paper that I can reference certain commands to. But when it comes to fighting games, like literally I only know like 1 or 2, if that, of each character.
Yeah.
So.
Normally they're all just kind of the same spiels.
Sure. But then you get into the really complicated one where you're going like bottom right, up left, blah, blah, blah. And then you have to do them in a certain order. And then if you have an issue with your controller, you could kiss that move goodbye.
You need to Petzel. You need to tell Alyssa that sleep is no longer allowed in the baby's presence. It's just a non-thing anymore. I haven't got the kind of sleep I used to get like I used to. In I don't know. Now 13, 14 years. I mean, I used to be that guy that overslept all the time. Yay, I won 2 in a row. Next 20 or so years, you betcha. I'm glad everybody's doing better, Petzel. Destroy barrels. Weird. They tried to make this one kind of like, sort of like the arcade. Oh no! Am I gonna get perfect? I doubt it. Perfect. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like golf games where you have a meter. It's
I-
a lot easier because I'm a very visual person. So.
I don't know what it is about golf games. They're so satisfying.
Yeah, I would play them on like a Saturday or Sunday when it was raining.
There you go.
You know, and just kind of chill out for a couple hours.
Yep,
It was
yep.
nice.
I would do it back when I was a kid, and we'd be watching football on TV, and I'd be playing just a quiet round of golf on the old 486. I had my computer came with it came with Microsoft Golf, which was like a version of Lynx.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of Microsoft Golf was packaged with OEM software stuff
Mm-hmm.
for computers.
And technically, oh boy, got smoked.
Back when they actually had quality software that they would package.
Yeah, I guess now that they own like every company out there.
Yeah, I
What you
mean,
playing?
We're playing SNK versus Capcom on the Commodore 64.
This looks like
It looks like the Neo Geo version, the Neo Geo
yeah,
Pocket
it's a
version.
Geo Pocket, yeah.
yep.
I was just about to say it looks just like. I love that sprite work. It's so fun.
Yep, they did a really good job on it. Now, granted, it's harder and it's not as smooth. Oh, I'm about to die. It's coming right here. I knew it. Jim Pones, Mario Golf. Is that the new one? I heard it's got like it's like Golf Extreme. Like you're meant to be moving at all points of time. Like you're on a timer.
there might be a mode that does that, but I don't. I haven't spent much time with it. I own it, but now Golf Story is kind of nice. If you like an old school top-down golf game, Golf Story for Switch is pretty nice.
Yes, it has you running to the ball after you hit it. Okay. Interesting. I think the last Mario Golf game I played was on the N64 or maybe the GameCube. It's been a long time.
One of my favorite is the I think it was Toadstool Tour on Game Boy Advance.
I'll have to check it out.
I used to keep that with me when I actually moved out of state in my mid-20s, and I had it with me on the airplane. I had it, like the thing I did before going to sleep, and that kept me engaged. It was really fun.
This
Still
is
might be my favorite.
Toadstool's what?
Toadstool Tour, I think, or
Toadstool Tour. I'll have to take.
maybe I've got the name mixed up, but
It's fine. I'll figure it out.
it's Game Boy Advance.
I've got my Miu Mini for that guy. I love that thing. I also have the GPI case with a Raspberry Pi Nano in it.
Oh, nice.
Or Raspberry Pi... Yeah, Nano. Alright, I like Chun-Li. She's overpowered in this game. I keep getting my butt kicked with Ryu. I know. Shouldn't be using Ryu. Ryu's like what everybody goes to when they're vanilla. It's funny, you listen to Eric from Pixel Gaiden, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I love playing with Zangief. Like, I hate Zangief. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
there is not a worse character in the game.
Yeah, and the only really good move is the spinning pile driver.
The spinning pile driver. Yep. Yep.
I always hated trying to do that too.
Yeah.
Because it was
I think it's like
it's
like a 360-degree turn with a punch, isn't it?
something like that.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
it was a challenge, but in some ways it was satisfying too.
All right, this music sucks. it's lacking in the. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they're doing it with 2 channels.
Years ago on Humble Bundle, they had I think it might have been a few different bundles over a period of a couple of years, but they had DRM-free SNK collections. And I made sure to gobble up all of them.
I used to live next door to a guy who was a big. I'd say he kind of got me into like later console gaming, but this kid had like tons of stuff. Probably about. Actually, he's probably similar to my age at that point in time. Most in my 20s. But he was into like all of the SNK fighters that I'd never played before, and he introduced
King of Fighters and all that stuff.
he introduced me to King of Fighters, and later on in the Fatal Fury series and Samurai Showdown. Well, I knew Samurai Showdown 1, but I had never played any of the other ones.
Yeah. I only have one Neo Geo game, and I picked it up when I got the opportunity to, and it was Baseball Stars.
Oh, cool.
It's one of my favorite NES games. A neighbor friend, well, he was kind of a babysitter, but he was a little bit older, and his brother was like a couple years younger than, like 3 years younger than me, so it was weird because I was in the middle. And so, like, for a while, he was our babysitter, and he was a friend, and then I became friends with his brother, so it was kind of weird. But being, a 7-year age gap between the two of them. But yeah, he'd bring it over, and we'd play when he'd babysit us, and we had a grand old time with Baseball Stars, because doing all the power ups and stuff like that. And then I found out it was for, that it was kind of a watered down version.
Oh, really?
Of what was available on Neo Geo. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I picked that up, and I don't think I ever got around to picking up Baseball Stars 2, but I did get it for NES, though. It's weird, because I have the Neo Geo Baseball Stars, and then 2 for NES, but not 1 for NES. So,
I played a ton of the first one.
I love the powering up and the not so much grinding, but what you'd have to do to be able to power it up, and it didn't take too long to get your team OP, but
I never played it in
fun.
a season mode though.
Okay.
My cousins had it, and we just played 1-on-1.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I played that, and then I think my mom picked up a regular baseball that first came out, and I was like, man, that's garbage.
That was the first NES game I owned. It was terrible.
It was terrible when you've been playing Baseball Stars. I'm like,
Well, it's terrible if you've been playing anything else. I got my my Nintendo real early or real late in the running. I already had a Sega Genesis.
Okay.
But I had a Casio keyboard that a neighbor of mine wanted, and I was like, sure, I'll trade you my keyboard for this this Nintendo. My mom was super mad.
They tend to get that way sometimes.
But he says, I don't have the power connector. I said, well, that's fine. I don't have the power connector to my my keyboard either, and I did. It was a 9.
They were the same.
They were the same. So yeah, so I ended up being able to power it, and had it up in my bedroom. It was weird though. It wasn't too long before I got rid of it. I don't remember exactly what I did with it. I think I traded it for some PC games.
Okay. Yeah.
We did a lot of that crap as a kid.
Oh yeah. In fact, one of our neighbors that I didn't know, I met him in high school, and we did a game trade, but we were like like on the other street from one another, and we actually talked about several years ago. I was like, "Hey, do you still happen to have my game?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think I do. I think it's in storage." And I said, "Well, I've got yours. Do you want to trade it back?" And right now, if we were to trade it back, that trade would be 26 years.
There you
In
go.
the making. So. But he ended up moving to Nashville, but he was coming to Phoenix when I was living there
Oh,
every so often
cool.
because he works for insurance and stuff. So. But I think I've got everything. I don't think I have any trades outstanding outside of that. I think that was the last one.
I sold a few things, but I never got to sell a lot of my stuff. So like my Tandy 1000 EX, my parents just gave away. My Commodore 64, I kept until like 99, maybe 2001, somewhere in there. I think I was graduated, so it's 2001. And then I got another one right afterwards. I was like, oh, I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, I still regret 22 years ago or whatever I sold my PlayStation that I got in 1996 or 97 for Christmas. It was 96. I regretted it ever since.
So I have sold everything at one point in time. When my wife got pregnant with our daughter in 2013, I sold everything, basically everything I had.
Oh, wow.
She was taking over my bedroom, and my daughter was taking over my bedroom. So I basically just decided that, rather than storing it out in the garage, which is what I'm going to do now. I meant last year I stole my son's closet, or half of my son's closet. I might do that again this year, but for a few things. But I don't have enough room now to good word. All of a sudden, he's just became like impossible to hit.
Yeah, for a while, it didn't happen a lot, but somebody would be like, "Hey, I hear you like these things. You can have mine."
Yeah.
And you can, or like, "My kid doesn't want this anymore. Do you want it?" Yeah, sure, why not?
I got a C64C, a monitor. My current Nintendo was a gift from an old coworker.
Oh, nice.
The guy sat right next to me at work, and he was like, "You like all this old stuff? I found it at this my dad's friend's, basically estate sale." I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." And what he didn't say is that it was new in box. Well, it wasn't new. It wasn't new in box. It was really
right,
clean. It was clean. Now the Nintendo itself wasn't super clean, but the box was kept in good shape. So I had to do some cleanup work. Gosh, Ken's kicking my butt.
Yeah, I had bought a Famicom disk system probably 2001, 2002. And it mostly stayed in storage or in my boxes and bins and stuff like that for like probably a little over 15 years. 'Cause I just kind of lost interest, but I knew one day I'd maybe get around to it. And then same thing with deluxe set that had the robot and the light gun.
Cool.
And yeah, I think I don't know if I've told the story, but it was around the same time, so a little over 20 years ago, and it had the original layaway sticker that some lady had put on layaway at a store. That was going to be a Christmas gift for a kid in 1987.
It's funny. I've run into similar things.
Yeah, and I actually looked the lady up on LinkedIn, And at the time, I don't know, maybe like 5+ years ago, she was still working. And I thought about reaching out to her and say, hey, I think I've got your kid's old Nintendo.
I've bought a couple things. That Atari, I did throw away the receipt. So it had to get, you know, but that one had one. The guy bought it from like the local shop, and where the guy that I bought it from got it from.
Oh wow.
I think my Atari 8-bit, I think it was probably oh gosh, he's already using his super special move. I don't even know how to do my super special moves. Yeah, he's kicking my butt too. Now he's used it again. How does he keep doing that? Oh,
It was fun. It was funny when Al shared that one find with us, and he shared the invoice or the original receipt from the purchase of something. I actually looked it up, and I'm like, "Hey, that address is familiar. I think that's where DigiLink moved to." And I looked it up, and I think they're in the exact same suite.
Oh, neat.
I'm familiar with DigiLink or not, but
This guy just kicked my butt.
they were like the only place that wasn't Best Buy at the time in the 90s and early 2000s that were selling computers that wasn't in like an office building. The first build I ever did, I actually went to an office building where there was a company that was selling computer components, and I think their customers were mostly like school districts and the state government in Lansing. And so, but I don't remember how I think somebody recommended me to them because I was looking for something specific. But yeah, I used to love going into DigiLink because they used to have some really, really off the wall stuff, like prosumer and higher stuff.
Sorry, I'm deep in thought here.
And it was
Getting my butt kicked. This guy kicked my butt the last round, and I'm just trying not to die again. As embarrassingly, he seems to be taking it easy on me though.
It's amazing how the computer was so good back then.
What do you mean back then, though?
Well, I'm talking about fighting games. I mean, they really put up a fight.
Well, especially in games like Mortal Kombat, where you know, there's technically a frame or two of lag in the controls, and like the first frame is because the computer is deciphering what you're doing and applying it to what you're. Good word! I just got hit like 15 times in a row.
That's all triggered 7 consecutive streams.
He's my. He's the rock that. He's the original because you see how he's got the first on there.
Oh yeah.
He's the first commenter on my stream. He was the first fast loader. But him and I met at the first Boat Fest.
Okay.
And sat right across from one another, and we have been friends ever since. Yep, Jim Pones is the second. That's right. Second on both, cool. I believe.
Yeah, I actually have the distinction of having that honor of being somebody's first Patreon supporter. But that's more in like the Linux world. So.
All right, I think I've been beat up on enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my initials in haphazardly. You can't go back and get into the earlier letters in the alphabet. You have to go all the way through.
Ooh, yeah, that can be a challenge.
But 548,200 points. Game.
The time setting on my truck's factory radio is the same way with the year.
Ooh, yuck.
Yep. I've had to cycle through that a couple times once.
Yeah. Jim Pones and Petzel are the OGs, is right. here. I totally forgot what else I was going to play. I have Lemon 64 up here. And I am looking.
I missed Boat Fest this year. I'm hoping to go there next year. That's all.
Okay. So
It's a pilgrimage.
Boat Fest. I've heard it said from multiple people who have been to VCF Midwest. I've heard from people who have been to bunches of different locales that I'm sorry, my brain is melting here. Come on. Okay. That Boat Fest is like something different. It isn't it's not it's weird. It's almost like the secondary part is the systems. And the main part is just like the community.
Oh yeah.
And it's odd, and it's not your gosh, I'm trying to put it into words. It's not a, I mean, don't get me wrong. You have Retro Rewind there, and they're doing all sorts of crazy stuff. It says, isn't that Semvek? You're going to have to rephrase that, Jim. I really enjoy Semvek because it's kind of my thing. Oh, isn't that how Semvek is? Okay.
Hybrid, maybe.
I would say a hybrid. I think what makes Boat Fest so incredible is really Amigo Aaron. Just Amigo Aaron. He's so lovable.
Yeah, I can see that.
Boat Fest is Semvek with a sleepover. Nice pets.
I was thinking that it's like just a big basement, weekend party.
Kind of.
Yeah.
There's always been alcohol, and Boat always gets a little bit overly indulgent. And
But he gets quiet when he's overindulgent, right?
Oh, he gets sick.
Is he loud? Oh, he gets sick?
He gets sick, and badly sick.
Wow.
I want to play this Splunky again now that I've learned that you can blow stuff up with a bomb. I'm gonna try Splunky. Yeah, Splunky is where we're going again. I know I did this last time, but I wanted to give it a better shot now that I know what I'm doing. Boat has gone dry for 2 months. I haven't been in the Discord over there very much at all.
Yeah, I'm over there, but I don't get too involved too much because, for one thing, I never know what's the main channel over there.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
There isn't.
That's what drives me nuts. If I go through my Discords, I have a Tandy one, a Meatloaf one, and they have like tons of channels, and I just never know where to go. I'm like, oh, this is too much, and I just get off.
Yeah.
He's planning on reducing the Boat Fest alcohol next year. Not sure exactly what that'll look like. Yeah, especially seeing that Level Lord and that's kind of like Level Lord's thing. As he brings his booze from other countries. ORAM, oh my gosh, yeah, ORAM. That is a possibility that ORAM need not. All right, now I know I can pick this girl up. I just gotta remember how.
I just walked into a cobweb. That's fun.
Oh no!
I'm outside.
No, she doesn't need a bomb. I was wondering why I was hearing
Yeah, I've been trying to mute it every so often, but I was down the street in the other town, and I was out there yelling, and some guy was yelling back. So,
Okay. So Pencil says, I think we might not be streaming when drinking. That seems to be a logical change. Yeah, I can understand maybe if they were to take one side of where am I going here? I know where I'm going. Okay. Send her on her merry way. You can run around for a little bit. I'm going to drop a bomb. You dropped a bomb on me, dummy. Come on. How do I get a bomb? Bomb.
that
Bomb.
song's in my playlist.
Oh, no. No. How do I do it? Ah. Okay, there we go. Oh.
That's funny. That song's in my regular playlist.
Oh.
It's such a good song. The Gap Band was such an underrated band.
All right.
Oh, another underrated song is "Misled" by Kool and the Gang.
Misled by who?
Kool and the Gang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you've ever seen them play it live, there's a great YouTube video from I think like 20 years ago of them playing it live. Man, they still have it.
Oh, sweet. I just got shot. Oh, those stupid things. Oh, dang it. Okay, no, I don't want to play this game anymore. I remember why I was so frustrated last time. And I think I just reset. Oh, no, that worked. Yeah.
No, but you're right about Bowfest. It seemed like it's the community. It's not a show. It's not a show in the traditional sense.
Correct. It is not about as much about the hardware, even though the hardware is really cool. Like Bill Bright. Oh yeah, Big Al Bradford. Welcome in, sir. Bill Bright, who I meant hanging out with Petzel's cool. I meant like I went over. We hung out last weekend.
Right.
And we were gonna go, to Tandy Assembly together. But Bill Bright was gonna be there, and I kid you not, Bill Bright is the nicest man on earth, and he has this penchant for purchasing things on a whim. And he's hit some real jackpots a few times. Like his prized possession is a laser active, and he has the Sega Genesis module and the TurboGrafx 16 module.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And the TurboGrafx 16 module, I've heard is really rare and it's really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Wow.
Ice cubes.
That's really cool.
That is sorry, I'm eating ice cubes. That was a bad choice. Yeah, ice cubes, bad. Yeah, and Bill Bright, he didn't just bring a console TV. He brought this like 27-inch Magnavox big wood console thing, and I think it was probably like 140 pounds.
That sounds like what we had growing up. And then it made it into my room once the blue bulb went out. My mom was like, "No, we're not gonna fix it."
Oh no!
I'm like, can I have it in my room?
This was a traditional CRT.
Oh, a CRT.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
so not like
No,
rear projection or anything.
No, this was like the kind that had little wheels on it, and it was a crate TV or whatever the.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you call it? Yeah.
Yep.
It was a tube TV. From the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Al Bradford, what is your off the top of your head? If you were to pick a game to play, what would it be? I'm drawing blank tonight. I don't know what my deal is. Man, I'm like really drawing a blank. Bad dudes.
I like how I was able to slip in a joke about walking outside. I don't know if you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was kind of holding on to that for about 10 minutes.
All right, we're gonna try Bounty Bob Strikes Back. That's what we'll do. Bounty Bob Strikes Back. Jim Pones had a dream last night that I had a CRT monitor. Well, you should have a CRT monitor.
I occasionally still have nightmares of not submitting my weekly assignments in graduate school.
That was random.
It was.
It was.
Well, he's talking about having a dream.
Oh, I've had dreams where I've missed deadlines at old jobs. I
really?
woke up in the morning. Oh, Mike is gonna be so mad. Like, Adam, you haven't worked for Mike in. Why can't I climb that ladder? Why can't I climb the ladder? What the heck is going on here? Seriously, what the heck's going on here?
I once there was a semester that ended in graduate school, and literally 3 minutes after the deadline, I heard a pop from my cable modem,
Okay.
and the internet died.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, you know what? That's a worry for the morning. I don't care.
So, I'm trying to think of thoughts. There's just too much going on in my brain. Okay. Why am I
Petzl's not wrong.
Petzl's not wrong. You'll get fired. Oh. Obviously there's a dang it. I am sucking real bad
I'm so
here.
sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. You would have heard screaming earlier in my stream because the neighbor kids were playing outside and making so much noise.
They were excited to be outside because it was so nice out.
There you go. I've already missed a jump. Why does this seem like it's... I've never had this... Seems like a lot harder than I remember it being. Oh, this sucks. Okay. Nope. Wow. I've made it through a couple games today, and I am just not... I'm not feeling it. What in the world is going on? It's locked. Oh, I've got it in the wrong port.
What game is in the back of your mind? Maybe you should play that one instead.
I don't know what it is. I just don't know. And I can't get this damn thing to reset. Come on. Oh my gosh, it just turned off. Now's not the time to die, Mr. Ultimate 64 board. There we go. All right. Petzl will be right back. We'll be right here. Unless I get frustrated and I throw something at my monitor. I really got to plan these nights out better. I'm drawing a blank. If I go into these, I've got these folders here from the game-based 64 collection, and they just have hundreds upon thousands of games.
Yeah, well, you might be getting analysis paralysis from that.
Yeah,
because you're on stream.
and
Maybe you should post a list and
I should
have a vote.
Jim Pone says Blue Max. We'll try Blue Max. I've never been that great at it. Oh yeah, I can go B.
We're not here to see a perfect game.
No, we're not. We're not, definitely. You're not going to see a perfect game. BLOU. There we go. Blue Max.
Well, not only that, that's just boring.
That's true. Yeah, so I dabbled with the Tandy Sensation. I should be playing Tandy games because it is Septandy. Let's throw a random random thing in there, and you can we can make an acronym off of it or a thing. Oh my gosh.
Were there many Tandy exclusive except for some tie-ins for purchasing one?
I already suck. Oh, I'm terrible. Tandy exclusives. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Do I have it on the wrong port or something? Okay. Push up. That's what I just did. All right. Fuel's high. You got to wait until you get over 100. There we go. And that was the plane I was supposed to shoot. Thanks. It's being aggressive. Oh, and there's the plane I was supposed to beat again. The heck is... I feel like I'm not doing this right. And I've been now shot multiple times. Keep dropping bombs that I don't want to drop. There we go. So, yeah, back to the Tandy sensation that I can't decide what to do with. Oh, I just got mega shot there. So, I'm confused what to do with it. I'm about to get bombed. Nope, no, I'm not.
What was your original intention when you got it?
Well, I was going to put... I ended up with a Sound Blaster card. I ended up with a Sound Blaster 16. And it's a pretty darn good device, but the... Did I get it? No, I missed. I got shot anyways. Blow up. Oh, I just got totally rocked. Got a fuel leak now and something. Oh, let me guess. I can't bomb anymore now, right? Oh, I hit my target by running into it. I suck. So anyway, I'm not... I am stupid. Let's start again. So, my goal... Oh my gosh, what is my deal? I'm not thinking. So, like, I'm not waiting till I get to the right speed. Like I said, I've never been good at this game. You have to get over 100, and there's a plane that I needed to shoot down again. And I got shot twice already. And 3 times. And now I can hardly move. This is great. Oh my gosh, I got shot again. Oh, there's the plane I meant to kill. Oh. I've never been good at this game. Never. All right. My brain's got to get on task today. It's a favorite game of Jim's. Oh, I have no guns. Can't kill anything without any guns. Oh, there it goes. My gun works again. Nope, now it doesn't.
The cobblers.
Oh, this is so weird. Now, Pirates is cool. I really can't get into Pirates today because I don't have the time to get into Pirates. So, anyways, what my thought process behind it was I was gonna upgrade the sound and I was gonna upgrade the RAM, and I'll still upgrade the RAM. But I know what I'm playing next. I couldn't get enough speed. All right, what we're doing here, we're done with this. We are going to play Raid on Bungling Bay. That is what's in my head. Raid. So I wanna improve the RAM. That's no big deal. That's not changing the characteristic of what it is. And then I was thinking, yeah, Jim Pillin says the precursor to Jungle Strike. It is very much like, whoever did Desert Strike and Jungle Strike and Urban Strike were like,
so good.
Yeah, they were like, this game's perfect.
There's a game. I don't know if it's out of early access, but there's an old school game that was inspired by those.
Yes, no, I saw
Thunder
that.
Helix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It is. It's out, I
saw the
think.
interview. Yeah, because I know it was an early release, and I don't know if the finals come out yet.
It is definitely something I want to try. I was really impressed by what they came up with.
Oh yeah, they wrote their own engine too. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
You said Thunder Helix, right?
I think it's Thunder Helix, I believe.
Yeah, Thunder Helix. It's kind of got like it has a very DOS-esque.
Yes.
But
it was still lacking content on the early release because they wanted feedback on the engine and stuff like that.
Yeah. It is.
Before they added more.
It's quite 3D-ish. Think of it like games from the mid '90s for DOS, like flight sims. But I think it's all done from an exterior perspective.
I believe it is like a third person. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, it does have a very Amiga-esque feel to it.
There was a demo that came with my PlayStation 1. Black Dawn.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
It reminded me a lot of Desert Strike, but it was from the inside the cockpit. But I think you could go outside the cockpit too.
Okay.
And I'd stopped seeing it at game stores, and I'm like, it's probably wasn't enough print.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I've got the demo somewhere, but if I ever see it next time, I'm probably gonna just go ahead and pick it up.
Yeah.
But part of the reason why I sold my PlayStation 1 was because I got the PlayStation 2.
I never had.
At the time.
I didn't have. What did I just do? I have it in the wrong joystick in the wrong port again. There we go. Whee.
But yeah, I loved playing Desert Strike at my friend's house. So good.
Yeah. Yep. So, what was I about to say? Oh, I was going on about the Tandy Sensation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put RAM in it. I'm going to put bomb is spacebar, but you can also hold the button to drop a bomb. So, and then I was like, I'm going to put this Sound Blaster in here, but it conflicts. All the programs like conflict horribly with those stupid with the internal card. And there is a jumper to disconnect it, and there's a setting in the BIOS that you can turn off what's called I didn't even see that guy. That you can turn off multimedia.
Oh, really?
Oh, here come the planes. Here come the planes. Holy crap. Now I'm going to have to play the dancing bomb. Anyways. I'm almost there. Oh, I ran out of bombs. Son of a gun. The plane, boss. The plane. But it's been such a pain in the ass. It just doesn't want to... Like, I can't use the joystick port on the Sound Blaster. Okay, where's my cargo ship? Where's my aircraft carrier? Come on. Come on. I need it. I need it. It's around here somewhere. blow up all stuff all day long. Oh, come on. It does look kind of high res, doesn't it? Well, it one thing it looks high res because the absolutely wonderful Ultimate 64 makes it look incredible. But yeah, so it makes using that Sound Blaster for that that rationale be kind of not preferable. Oh geez, now they're super aggressive. I'm not going fast enough, that's my problem. Whee! I'm about to die. I'm about to die. I'm about to die. Your carrier's under attack. So am I. I'm almost dead. My engines are toast. I think I gotta go. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm about to explode. Ah, son of a gun. I almost made it. Next ship. Ah!
I recently got in some screws so that I don't have to keep unscrewing the tips for my pine sol.
You don't have to... Wait.
Like I got thumb screws. That's what I should have said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you think that they would just include that so that you don't have to take out a separate tool to use your tool.
I mean, I see the, dang it. They're already getting super aggressive here. Sorry. I'm like, my thought process is just very, very out there at the moment. I guess I'm, oh man. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I've never been too on the expensive tools route. I guess I've always had cheap, I wouldn't say cheap, but old tools.
Well, I'll be honest with you. The pine sol's like $25 now.
The what? Oh,
Pine
the
sol.
the kit.
Yeah, it's like $25.
Would you
And it's open source.
blow up already? I've dumped all sorts of bombs on this thing. Seriously, I've unloaded 2 sets of bombs on this thing and it has not blown up yet. Where's my aircraft carrier? There it is. And I've thought, you know, getting the iFixit thing and then getting... Oh my gosh, he blew me up while I was on the aircraft. That's ridiculous.
So the iFixit I actually use for my job.
Okay.
I just take my toolkit home, but it is incredibly useful. I would say the iFixit is very useful. The pine sol. So like I have a funny story about that thing. So initially I think I was gonna get like a version 1, but then right as I was about to buy it, the second one came out, or V2 came out, and so I invested in that. But like the first version of the firmware was like buggy, but I literally didn't figure this out until like 2 months ago or so, and so it wasn't keeping temperature at all, and I had inadvertently destroyed a lot of stuff that I really cared about because of that.
Because of
And
what specifically?
the pine sol, it wasn't keeping temperature like at all.
Okay.
and that's after calibrating it and then whatever. And like sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't, and then sometimes the screen would glitch out. And so I was beginning to like really hate it. And then I'm like, you know what? Before I like sell this thing or chuck it out a window, I'm gonna update the firmware. And lo and behold, I have it keeps temperature perfectly fine, and I was able to actually use that to work on my 2SI that I got recently without, and it's probably the cleanest work I've ever done.
Hmm.
And because I had a bunch of tips for it and everything, and no, so now I need to tackle the power supply and then recap all of it and put it back together. But no, I remember just being like, wow, this thing is so shitty.
Huh.
But then no, it turns out that it was the firmware because I looked into it, and more people had the same problem. They're like, this thing
Yeah,
isn't keeping temperature at all.
I think I remember hearing about that happening. So did you just like buy an old stock one and not realizing that that was a problem,
No,
or
no,
did you get
no.
it around the time?
I had a no, I had a I was like, it was like the first run of the V2s, so it probably still
Oh,
had the original
okay.
firmware on it.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, it's fine now, and I love it to death. And I take that to work as well.
yeah, I heard that was a pretty nice tool to have.
It is awesome. So combining that with my Hako desoldering iron or
Oh,
desoldering
my
thingy.
I miss
So
my Heiko
so
Hako.
whatever. Tomato.
Yeah.
I have one of those the cold hot what is it, the touch cold heat or something like that. It was like 20 years ago it came out. It was
I
a
have one of
soldering
those.
iron that basically yeah,
Yeah.
I still have mine.
I don't use it.
Yeah, I have it. God, I don't do much. I don't do much board work or anything like that. I don't have, my skill is very lacking in that. I have great skills in other things that have to do with building things. Like, I could build architectural models that would be like, oh wow, but then like soldering, it's like it frustrates me to no end. So
It's just I've messed up a lot of stuff, and I've done my best to learn, and I've gotten so substantially better at it. And I think the Mac 2SI that I'm working on right now is proof of that. But no, like there's just certain things you do, certain things you don't. You just learn. I really put myself in contact with a bunch of folks who work on stuff in a basement for like their job, and I was just learning, but also doing work for them. And like they would help me out with my own projects and stuff like that. And I've learned so much from them. I'm gonna give a plug for New Metal Repairs, based out of I think it's Roseville. But
Okay.
no, Ryan and Jess are amazing, and I love them to death. They're really good friends and really good mentors as well. But they've taught me so much, and they've helped me out with like SE30s. They know a lot of like more console and arcade stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but when it came to computers stuff, they didn't know very much in terms of like operation and all that other stuff. But no, I've helped them out a lot with that sort of thing too. So no, it's been a mutual exchange of information and friendship, and they're awesome. And I would
Cool.
recommend them for any recapping or anything.
Weird.
I think they're cool.
What was the name of it again?
New Metal Repairs, and that's Meddle.
Interesting. I have never even heard of them. I
Yeah,
will.
they're awesome. They're really good friends.
I've never done personally. I've never done surface mount components.
I did the little twisty thing. I did the twisty trick, and it is, I will live and die by it now.
Hey, if
I
don't tell the Auger brothers. They'll. Oh my gosh, I'm done. I'm dead again.
It, for a Macintosh that had goop all over it for an indiscernible amount of time,
Okay.
to where almost, I mean, it was just corroded as hell. I was really apprehensive, but I really took my time with it, and I didn't have any issues at all.
Okay.
And I, I don't really have the money for a fancy tweezers,
Yep, me neither.
and every single time that I've done the you lift the one side, you lift the other, it's led it to disaster
Yeah.
and lifted traces. Just ask my Super Famicom. It has many stories to tell on bridged connections and fixed pads. I mean, it works. Like I completed the circuit or whatever on when it did happen,
Yeah.
but it was questionable. But at the same time, I don't know if that was my skill or it was probably the
It was
messed up
probably a
iron.
combination of both. When I first started working on computers, well, I didn't really. I did more consoles and Commodore 64s. So I did a crap ton of C64 repairs when I really got into it. Um, and C64s are stupid simple to work on. The boards are pretty hardy. And the components are all three throughput, single sided. Well, actually, no, I think they are dual sided. Um, so it wasn't until I started working on an Amiga that I started destroying things. And I found that my problem was always I just used way too much heat, way too aggressively. You can take a tip at 550 degrees. That's kind of where I leave mine. As well, at least on my specific solder, which is a cheap one from uh, a very cheap one from Harbor Freight. I think it was $45, but it's got the unit with a knob,
Yeah.
and um, it has a it works decently. But
I
I found that my biggest issue with lifting traces with um, through hole stuff was I was way too aggressive. I mean, even when I was using the Heiko stuff, I was just too aggressive, too hot. Um, and the old stuff can't really handle that. The new stuff's not a problem. The new stuff, it seems that you can get like, and I guess the new stuff is the stuff that I worked on at that point in time at that job. Like we were supposed to be getting these boards up to like 800 degrees, altogether. Like
yeah.
it was used in aviation. They're supposed to be able to get ridiculously hot. But I just found that I had to have more patience. So that was my biggest problem was like I just heated stuff too much. Even if I just used solder wick, um, it is just it in a lower temp and a higher time, it's more effective. And maybe that's just me. I know there's some people that can go and just like rattle through stuff. I'm just not that person. So like when
I've
I did my AV modded on my 7800 recently,
yeah.
um, that probably should have been a 15-minute job. It took me an hour.
I'm the same way.
Yep.
I usually keep my iron around 600, and then my boost temperature I put to like 750. But
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff I was working on just soaked up heat like crazy. But no, for the most part, I am also in the same camp of I just need to have patience.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely that 2SI was a board that absorbed a lot of heat. And actually, the component I had the most trouble with was the single like through hole.
Okay.
And no, that board just kept soaking up heat. But then the technique of adding, removing, and just keep adding flux really helped out. But even things like tinning the desoldering vacuum before you use it is something that like I just didn't think of, and it helped immeasurably. And then,
Uh,
I can think of like 17,000 different instances in which I could have done that and not destroyed something.
when I worked at Williams International, what? Oh, that was weird. I just went from having cool missiles. Now I have stupid bombs. Oh, I'm about to blow up. There we go. I'm blowing up. Interesting. I found I was, I got to use a lot of things dropping homing missiles. Ridiculous. That a solid I don't know what this is. I'm dead again. That using solder flux is like an imperative. Especially on things that are heavy, lots of pins, lots of what am I feel like I don't have a clue what I'm doing here. What? It's a very aggressive game. I used yeah, you told me that. You are straight up a soldering gun guy. Like Petzel in chat says that I used a solder gun until I was 16. Once he learned to be delicate with a club. Once he moved to an actually iron, it was quite easy. Yeah, I started the same way, but then again, I was also stealing my dad's stuff.
I sometimes I watch people on doing soldering, and some people still use a soldering gun.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's because that's how they learned, and that's what they're good at.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You get used to it.
yeah.
That's like if I ever golf again, I will have to use steel shaft clubs because I just can't use composite.
Yeah. See, I had that problem where. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I actually got fitted for clubs. I bought cheap knockoffs, at the time, and I actually had my swing analysis done. And they're like, because I'd been buying secondhand clubs at either at the shops or whatever, and they're like, yeah, you probably shouldn't use graphite because your swing is too fast, and unless you get this extra stiff graphite, they said you need to stick with steel. So I did, and my game instantly improved. Improved.
Yeah.
So
I bought well, my wife bought me some graphite shaft clubs when I tried to get back into it about 7 or 8 years ago, and I was terrible. I had no control. I had no power.
Yeah, you might have a similar thing. Your swing might be too quick.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it was. I meant, good. This game is nuts.
I gave up on drivers because I just could never really get into a groove with them. So a golf pro friend of mine said to move up a tee and use your irons, and I did. And it's like, wow, like that. My game improved then too. It was amazing.
Interesting.
Yep.
What was the other black one you were just talking about, Jim? You said you said
Black Hornet.
He said Black Hornet, and I just played Black Hornet.
Okay.
And it was brutally hard. Black Tiger. Yes, this is a arcade conversion. We'll try Black Tiger.
I actually taken a college course because I needed an elective to transfer because I was in the middle of trying to figure out where I was going to go to get my final, my degree.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up playing a corporate golf course, and it was super fun.
My golfing experience is very limited. I think I've only played in my lifetime. I've only played 3 courses.
It's all right.
And like the main thing was because I was really, really young.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived on the edge of Falkwood Shores in Howell. So
Okay.
I would sneak out there at dusk. You know,
Sweet.
right before the sun would go down, and play 9 one day, and then I'd play 9 the next day. And I regularly I played with range balls, and they hated my guts. There was a lot
I bet.
of things that that made them hate my guts, though. Mainly the fact that we in the wintertime we would get our go-karts and mini bikes and four-wheelers out and would jump the tee boxes.
Yeah.
They were not happy with us.
That's pretty funny though.
Uh-oh. What?
Yeah, I didn't get into it because golf was my parents' way to get away from the kids. And in fact, I didn't even play golf with my mom until about a few years before she died, because I always wanted to play golf. It was, I mean, my dad was a scratch golfer, and my mom was, you know, like a par bogey golfer, and I always wanted to, and then I married into a family of golfers.
There you go.
Except for my mother-in-law, but like, and my brother-in-law to a degree. But yeah, I had to like beg, borrow, you know, to try to go golfing. And finally, my sister's friend's brother ended up taking me with him and his girlfriend to go golfing, and it was a terrible experience because I was not good. And then I went a second time and was like, okay, maybe I should give this up. Maybe it's just not for me. And then slowly I started to, I mean, I probably played off and on for 10 years before I had my own set of gloves.
I was gifted a single driver and, or no, I think it was a 3-wood. A single 3-wood and a putter. And I'm left-handed, and it was a right-handed club. But I learned how to swing a right-handed club.
Yeah, my mom had to as well because they just didn't make left-handed clubs, 60 years ago.
Huh.
There wasn't ever, like, pretty much lefties pretty much learned to play right. So.
Yeah, they were not, they were definitely not, I don't know what I'm doing in this game.
Interestingly enough, my mom, left-handed, she would use all the left-handed people in my family know how to use a computer with the right-hand mouse.
I'm a lefty, and I use my right hand for the mouse.
Yeah, and
I play guitar. I play guitar right-handed too.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, I only know of one left-hander that actually uses a mouse on the left side of the computer.
Okay. Yeah, and it feels really weird.
Yeah.
Fall. This is not a good arcade port. Not at all. Welcome.
I used to mow. When I was in high school, I used to mow a property that was on the golf course.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Kristoff.
Oh wow! And I actually used to mow a taxiway on a private airstrip. One of those neighborhoods where they had a grass strip, and the houses were around it. That was fun.
Mr. Gift Sub Kristoff giving out free gift subs. He's given 52 gift subs. 52, it's insane. And now drummer got a gift sub.
Oh wow! Oh, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. Yeah, the problem with because I used to golf in Arizona, and I golfed on a lot of courses that had houses around them.
Okay.
And I would always be like, man, I'm so glad I don't live on a golf course because, man, it doesn't take much to have a bad shot. You're collecting golf balls or you're replacing windows.
Yeah. There was a Falkwood Shores had one house that was next to the 9th hole. I mean, the only way you were gonna get someone hit that house was if they were just completely incompetent and couldn't, totally, oh my gosh, slice the ball or.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only way it was gonna happen that way. It's good to see you, Mr. Kristoff. It's been a while, man. How's your dad doing? I haven't heard from you haven't streamed in a while, so we haven't seen or heard from Pops. And your wife, I haven't seen her stream either. Right. Yay, I beat 4 pieces of toast.
Now you can sleep good. Now you can sleep good tonight.
That's right. That's right.
Not dream about working at jobs you quit years ago.
Oh, those are the best dreams, though. Because then you're like, oh yeah, I don't work there anymore.
Yeah, then you get that endorphin rush. No, I think I'm having the graduate school nightmares because I've been encouraged to go for a doctorate in my field, and I don't know if I'm going to do that or not.
Al Bradford, I played at Belle Isle course, and one of the holes was along the main road. I sliced and hit a police car's windshield.
Well, that was his fault for parking there.
It was driving down the road.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Man, wow.
Right time, right place.
No, wrong time, right place, or wrong time, wrong place. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of story. I have gotten a hole in one though, but it wasn't because of skill.
It wasn't because of skill. It was because you did it on accident.
I think it was a lucky shot.
Oh, so
it was a par 3, and the hole was at the front of the green, and it just like we couldn't find it, and then somebody looks in the hole and was like, "Oh, it's right here.
It's in the cup."
The thing that everybody was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" I'm like, I'm just glad that I had witnessed it.
So, I've never seen a hole in one, in person.
Uh-huh.
But I saw someone hit a ball, his second shot on a par 4. There's a water hazard in front of the green, and I saw he hit it real shallow, and the velocity had it go like straight up in the air, and it went straight up in the air into the cup.
That's awesome.
I was probably like 25, 30 yards away from it. We were idiots back then and did all sorts of dumb stuff like that.
That's always awesome. I had a good run when I was much better than I am right now because I'm a little bit rusty. I was playing in a golf league for a company I worked for, and we had I got really good at chipping in from the fringe or just off the fringe. And I had several 0 putts, or even I would even putt on the fringe. I would chip it in, or I would I would get it in from the fringe because I was like, I'm just too close. There's no way that I just hit it a little harder, you know.
At
But
say age 17 or 18 years old, I could probably hit 275 yards off the tee.
oh, that's awesome.
And but every other part of my game was so bad. Like my short game was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
The most I don't even know how to explain it. The latest club I could use on the fairway was a 7-iron. So
Oh, okay.
after a while I stopped carrying my driver and every other club other than a 7-iron, a pitching wedge, and a putter. So I started using 4 clubs total,
Oh,
and
wow.
lightened
Yeah.
up my bag. Well, I at that later on in that point in time I would fill it with beer.
Hey, they were good holders.
That they are.
Yeah, I got to a point where I lightened up. I usually just play the odd clubs, and then every once in a while I keep a driver or a 3-wood just in case I want to give it a try if I'm having a good round, you know, just to see if what I can make a use of it. So. But yeah, I just yeah, no, it was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
No, see, I have the opposite problem. My short game is pretty good, but getting off the tee is until I started using irons like 3-iron and sometimes a 5-iron off of the 4-wood tees.
All of my game sucks now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to get out there and do it. You know,
Last time I went to the driving range, the farthest I hit it was like the I don't know 150-yard sign. It was bad.
Maybe we need to do a
No.
an outing.
Nope. No. My when I sold my clubs about 6 months ago, and my wife was so mad.
Ooh.
She was like, "I bought those for you," and I was like, "I never use them." I think I only used that set of clubs like 5 times.
Mm.
Oh, I always loved this logo, the EA logo that looks like it says EOA.
Oh yeah, that's a good logo.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe me and Al have to go golfing if he still golfs.
There you go. And I think if we can get it's fun. Tom would golf too, I think.
Oh, cool.
Keeps missing everything.
Yeah, it's a great time to golf. It's not too hot. There was one time it was so hot that it was the first and only time I ever walked off the course. I had just moved to Phoenix, and it was about 6 weeks. It was like early May. That's when the hundreds hit.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
I went and bought water because I didn't have bottled water, and it was warm, and I walked instead of used the cart because that was too cheap.
Oh, that's the thing. You can never. I will never discount using a golf cart.
Oh, now I won't. I won't now. You know, it's always a cart. And then no, what I really loved is we used to belong to a kind of like a middle class country club, and it was probably like 20 miles from an Air Force base. And I would go out like in the morning at like 9 a.m. to go golfing. It was back when I was working for myself, and I'd go do that, and like I get to see military jets playing above the golf course. It was so cool.
That's neat.
Yeah, I'm really big into playing, so it didn't really bother me at all, you know. But no, we had some great times there with the swim club that was there. Oh man, it's not like, see, my parents used to belong to a rural country club years ago, and they'd go play, we'd go swim. It was fun.
Well, I never.
Oh yeah, we'll do that, Al. We can do a driving range trip.
That's to me. That's the funnest part of golf.
Oh, the driving range. Oh yeah.
Is the driving range. I'm not much of a.
Hey Al, do you got a Top Golf down by you?
He is outside of Northville, right, Al? I guess I shouldn't be saying that online. But I meant, we've got the one right by us.
Yep. Well, I mean, even Carl's Golfland's a fun one, but that's.
Oh, really?
That's
I've never been in the Carl's Golfland.
Oh yeah, it's fun. They have an app tracker too, so you can do an app, and you can say what stall you're in, and it will track all the balls that come from your stall.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I used to go to the Golf Galaxy in Grand Rapids 20 years ago when I lived there.
Yeah, I would just go collect a. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I would just go to Falkwood Shores and collect, something like,
Mm-hmm.
I go run out and nobody would be doing anything, and I'd collect, 25 balls and then just line them up and start whacking at them. They did not clear their driving range until the end of the day. So usually at the end of the day there was, a absolute gabillion.
Mm-hmm.
Pencil is going to jump. Oh, he's double making me not think. You're getting a lot of buffering. Oh, let me check. I don't have any drop frame. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, I do have 4% dropped frames. Hang on, let me reset here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm dropping frames like crazy. Network drop frames. Holy cow, why am I so stinking slow? No encoding. Yeah, I'm.
You're saying it's Twitch.
It's something. Yeah. Shoot.
Pay their Amazon bill.
Yeah, no kidding. Hang on. No, normally I don't have. I'm dropping 60% of my frames right now.
It could be Twitch.
It could be.
Because the voice is not as good on Discord.
Yeah,
You're not.
I've not heard anything like that. So I'm gonna back out the stream and then I'll pop back in. So let's go. Going to restart stream. Yeah, hang on 1 second, folks. Stop stream.